Are you an other-led woman? Find out today in our episode on the Self-Led Woman podcast. Be sure to listen.
Hi, I'm Jen Barnes, and you're about to experience how to ditch the old ways of doing things and move from being other-led to being self-led so you can live a life you love. Welcome to the Self-Led Woman podcast.
Hey, it's Jen. So I've noticing an interesting but yet not surprising phenomenon, even among independent-minded, strong women. In fact, it's so pervasive and hidden that I didn't even really see it in myself until I started to pay attention to what was beneath a common problem that so many of us women face. And I call this phenomenon the other-led woman. And so you may be an other-led woman if you find that your work spills over into your life. That might be checking email at home, having to work late, working through lunch, things like that. You might often people please. You rarely speak up. And you might not speak up not only about your wants and needs, but also if something is bothering you. You are unclear about your core values and priority, or maybe you know what those are, but you aren't living in alignment with them. And you feel like you're never going to get it all done. There's just too much that you have to do. You find that you live your life from your to-do list, which is often made by others or by societal norms and expectations, and you're just trying to keep up. Does this sound familiar? If it does, I want you to know that you come by it honestly. If you're older than 30, there's been so much covert messaging, whether it's the Disney movies we watched, to the beauty industry, to the dreams that we were told we could have, or at least that we were kind of subconsciously pushed towards, even to how adults talk to and about us as young girls versus how they talk to the boys that were in our class. These messages have been inherent in all we have done in our lives and have been endorsed publicly by the schools we attended, the homes we grew up in, and even now in the workplaces that we do business in. And so not taking these messages on at all would be like a fish not believing that it's in water. And so the problem is when we live being other-led, we end up overworked and with lives that often look something like this. You might feel so tired after work that you know what you need to do, like exercise, eat healthy, and get plenty of sleep, but you just can't get yourself to do it consistently when all you want to do is feel good in your body. You might have so many people that you help and serve at work that at least 3 days per week when you get home, you have no more compassion or empathy left to connect genuinely with your family and friends. You might have so much on your plate at work that when you finally get home, you rarely have time or energy to put away those clean dishes that are sitting in your dishwasher, clean your bathroom thoroughly, or fold your laundry such that you end up feeling bad that your house is such a mess and wasting time digging through the laundry for clean clothes to wear while dirty dishes stack up in the sink. You might feel so undervalued and overworked in your job that you find yourself feeling angry at or about work at least 3 days per week, are snapping at people maybe even daily, and maybe having angry outbursts when all you really want is to help the people you serve at a manageable pace and be well compensated and well respected for the work that you do. It's possible that your work and home responsibilities are so busy that you're not having fun or doing things you enjoy more than once or twice a month when all you want to do is just live and enjoy your life. Essentially, you're living out of alignment with who you are, with your core values, and you're not meeting your needs, let alone creating space for what you want. You've started to lose yourself. pretty dismal picture. So the question is, now what? The good news is we can shift out of this. We can be self-led. Whether you're experiencing one or all of those things, we can learn to be self-led. So imagine being a self-led woman, where you have time and energy for life outside of work, time for your family, your friends, for fun and your favorite activities. You're resilient and able to handle stress and the ups and downs of life. You're able to advocate for yourself and speak your truth. You're clear on who you are and what you want. You live in alignment with your core values. And you notice when you're out of alignment with your core values, you pause, you lean in and get curious to figure out what that's about, and you seek to grow. It sounds pretty amazing to me. So if you're interested in working towards this shift, I have an exciting announcement about this podcast. So far this podcast has been focused on helping women recover from chronic stress and build resilience, starting with nurses and then broadening that audience. But as I've reflected over the past few weeks, I think what women need is more than that. I think we need to be able to do more than just handle the ups and downs of life and be able to regulate from the challenges that we face. We need to live. And so I will be shifting from only talking about recovering from chronic stress and building resilience towards more fully looking at being self-led women. What this will look like is we'll still talk about wellness topics and ways to recover from chronic stress and probably even trauma, since I'm a trauma therapist, and build resilience, but with an eye on the bigger picture of being self-led, of self-leadership for women. Because when we women are self-led, we uplift our communities, our nations, and even our world. To me, that's lovely. So if you're interested, be sure to join the movement, tune in, and perhaps even subscribe and share. Take care.